All right, thank you, Todd. So I'm just going to cover a couple of the basic things today. So we're going to use the conference app today to do some of the voting that Todd mentioned for you, and just to gather some input from you folks. So we're going to, we have it set up to vote on some topics of interest. We have a way for you to nominate someone if you think you would like to be a member of our steering committee, or someone else you know who really should be here, let us know. And we can also let you join the Digital Transformation Council through the app. So if you don't have it yet, the app is the search for the ARC Industry Forum 2020 app. I think maybe many of you already have it, but that's what it looks like, just in case you need it. To do the polling is a couple of steps, but it's not too tricky. So launch the app, and then at the bottom of the screen near the right, there's a little icon for polling. And if you click that icon, then then you have to search for the right session. Our session today is called Digital Transformation Council, Annual Meeting, End Users Only. So once you find that session, then it's going to ask you for your name and email address. And then that's all the hard work. So after that, you'll be in the app, and you'll be able to see any of the polling as it comes live. So I think you might be able to see right now, if you can get in there, you might be able to see a join the DTC kind of a poll. I know a lot of you are members, but if you're not a member and would like to be, you can do it now or later in the meeting, or even afterwards. We'll be happy to take your membership. So think about that. So last year, we did this kind of a thing. We did some polling, and then we did our very best to try to follow up on the topics that were voted to the top of the list during the rest of the year. So these topics featured in some of our regional meetings, and I think all of our monthly web meetings. We moved during the year from every other month to every month for the web meetings. So apart from February, we're doing every month now. So these are some of the topics: navigating digital transformation, workforce change, strategies for prioritizing digital transformation initiatives, open automation and the future workforce, myths and realities of predictive maintenance, optimizing operations performance, IoT platforms, cloud platforms and microservices, and industrial IoT edge, which we're going to be doing again, a related topic to IoT edge in March, because we got really a lot of positive feedback on that particular one. But all these were pretty well attended. And one thing we would like to do, you see the term Council Chronicles here. One thing about this group is that we all know that it's the stories of each other that are probably of more interest than even some of the research and contributions that ARC can make. So we would love to have some volunteers to tell their story in one form or another during one of our web meetings or one of our regional meetings. So we're always on the lookout for that. And it generates a lot of interest, makes a compelling story, and you'll see a couple of examples today as well. So as I said, during the year we moved to a monthly cadence for our member web meetings, and that's been working out pretty well. It's the second Tuesday of each month at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. In January, we had a meeting on blockchain applications and business benefits. And our next meeting is on Tuesday, March 10th at 11 a.m. And again, this is a follow-up to the Industrial IoT Edge web meeting we had late last year. So Chantel Paulsonetti will be helping us through that one. So that ought to be another good meeting. So We try our best to get out the invitations and let everybody know about it, just to remind you, and you can put it on your calendar, and then, please join. We record them as well, and we'll make them available to members after the meeting. Last year we had some regional meetings as well, which is a little bit of a new thing for us. So we introduced the Houston, a meeting in Houston last year, and one in Calgary, Alberta, and one in Germany as well. So we had 3 local or regional meetings last year, and that also went very well. So people seem to like those as well. So we're planning a couple more. We don't have the details yet, but we'll announce them as soon as we get them nailed down. But it looks like it's going to be, at least for a start, Houston, Chicago, and Germany again this year. So we'll see. Again, we'll provide the details as soon as we get it nailed down, and there may be a couple others that we add to the list as well. And again, it's your group, so if you've got a particular topic or a suggestion for a meeting place or time, please let us know. We've moved our website to, well, we'd like to say new and improved version, but it's on our main ARC page, so it's on ArcWeb now. We think that's going to make it for simpler registration for new members. We're not quite finished building it, but it'll have all the same information and resources as the other site did, and that way we'll be able to, you'll be able to sign on easier, and see some of the other ARC stuff as well if you're interested. So for now, if you try to go to the old site that you're familiar with, it'll redirect you to here. So we've got that pretty well underway. So that's good. All right. So with that, well, I talked about having Council Chronicles, and we're going to have a speaker here today, Jonathan Alexander, who's going to talk about his user story in digital transformation. And so let me introduce, I know I saw him come in the room. I don't spot him here immediately, but here's Jonathan. So Jonathan's going to tell us about Project AI and powering potential. So please welcome Jonathan, and we'll get the slide switch while he's coming up here.